Okay, remember that they're changing my voice. So if you know anything about cars, please weigh in. Um, I've had more flat tires than I usually have, and it's clear that that's something that's associated with being targeted, right? Now, also this notification in my vehicle, my Ford Fusion, pops up and it says, service ADVANCEtrac every once in a while, right? And quite often when I drive on newer cement, it seems to throw off the computer or something. And when I went to the Ford dealership, they didn't know what to do about it. Also, at times, even when it doesn't say that, if I've been driving for maybe half an hour or so, it's like the power steering is messing up or something, right? Where it's harder to turn the wheel, right? Instead of the wheel just being kind of light and easy to turn, it's harder to turn. And again, they didn't know what to do about either of those symptoms, right? I guess they're playing stupid, or maybe they honestly don't know. Okay, and I get the feeling that a lot of people don't know, but I don't know. I don't know what to think about that. But I certainly know that with my top martial arts argument, they like to argue, they like to do things in a way that alludes to that, right? To harass me. And this is where it says, service, right? Who gets serviced by who, right? And ADVANCEtrac, right? Training, right? Track, the advanced course. And I don't think that's a coincidence, but it could be. Okay, I'm a person who deals in facts and the patterns here, and I run it by people, and I hear what the government workers have to say for themselves, and then I come to a logical conclusion. I don't just jump to conclusions. I don't have some paranoia or anxiety or some schizophrenic disorder or some schizoaffective. I come to the conclusion that is sound. And I make many videos and I ask the audience, and quite often there's people who work for the government, in the comments who say something that's textbook troll comment, textbook unhelpful comment. Okay? And so it's clear to me that that person, whatever they have to say has to be taken with a grain of salt. A lot of them even play stupid about the deeper implications of me having 23 witnesses on record. Okay, if you got your purse snatched for something, you had 23 witnesses on record. If someone said, hey, that's crazy that you think that, right? You think that they're obviously wrong. Okay, and so it is with, something that's been occurring in America quite often, right? Quite often, police officers are accused of stalking people, especially in an organized manner. Okay, there's a million cases of group stalking every year, 5 million cases of stalking, so it's common. Okay, no one stops and says, hey, what makes you think that you're being stalked? Well, the million other people, 1 to 5 million other people, who are being stalked, who are they, right? And in my case, I'm actually somebody with the highest social status in the community if you go by a universal scale. If you go by a fanatic white, Jewish, or LGBT supremacy scale, okay, or maybe an angry gang member scale or something, you might see it differently as your stated argument, but off the record, you almost certainly agree with me, right? Because I'm the son of two doctors, not just one who's a brain surgeon, and here in Morgan Hill, for example, a brain surgeon is taken more seriously than the mayor, is taken more seriously than the police chief. No offense to anybody, but that's the case. Taken more seriously than the chief of the Santa Clara County Sheriff Department. Okay, it just is what it is, right? So around here, I'm like above the children of the president. If Obama's children were here, my social status would be higher because Obama isn't a brain surgeon. He isn't a humanitarian. He's just a politician who happened to outmaneuver the other crooked politicians to become president. And so it is with the other presidents. So when you look at it in terms of a universal scale, who is like me? And then you get the argument that I bring up all the time in my videos for good reason, and it's wise and strategic and logical for me to do so. Then I have this legal and peaceful top martial arts challenge, outdoor sparring, which is when you really look into martial arts, is the only true way to compete, right? If you beat the heck out of each other, it's being a brute, not having a valid competition. If you just do forms, it's just forms. You just break bricks, right? Bricks rhymes with tricks for a reason, and tricks are for kids, right? And there's even called martial art tricking, where they do a bunch of moves, okay? And again, tricks are for kids for a reason, right? Baby line, Babylon, right? Rothschild and child, and so on and so forth. If you have any questions about the wordplay, right? It's simple. Baby line, okay, and Babylon are connected because Babylon starts with the word baby. And then you get line from lawn. Okay, and Rothschild, you get child from Rothschild. There's people who play stupid about that. I don't, because I'm a grown man. Okay, and I'm a virtuous man. And virtue means man. So when you see that legal and peaceful top martial arts challenge, it takes me way over the top. Now, you might be, an immature, racist little kid from the South who says, well, you're just the N-word, so what the heck, right? But if you're mature, if you're grown, if you're dignified, if you have decency, you're going to admit the truth here, okay? That brain surgeons are above people who went to Ivy League schools who aren't brain surgeons. Because you can be the geek of the year all you want, but do you save lives in the most difficult way? Are you a humanitarian as well, like my father? You're the son of 2 doctors. I'll take, the least of the decent brain surgeons any day